Sp4zie and Planty.
Hello there, YouTube. Sp4zie coming right at you. Welcome to another champion preview. Today we're taking a look at Ivern, the guy who's been talking to us on Summoner's Rift when we've been taking buffs. It's been a little bit awkward, and yeah, he is pretty awkward. Look at him. The guy that helped me record some of these clips said that he looks like an Ent from Lord of the Rings, only if made by Disney, which I kind of find fitting. Anyways, he is very unique, not only by his looks, but also, of course, by his abilities, and those are the ones that we're going to go through today and make sure they make a ton of sense to you, so there's no confusion. Let's just dive right into it. I'm going to mix up the order of the abilities here a little bit, so keep that in mind, and we're going to start with the W. It's called Brushmaker. Ivern is melee, however, the passive of the W gives him a little buff to his auto attacks when he enters a brush, and this buff empowers his auto attacks to do some extra magic damage, but it also gives him range. The effect of the buff lasts for a short while you exit the brush, so what you're going to see Iverns do is probably sit inside the brush, walk out, auto attack, walk back in, sort of keep the buff fresh. That's the passive part. The active part, you might have guessed it, is that you create a brush. Yeah. The brush lasts for 30 seconds. It also reveals the area for a short while when you cast it, which is great because the range is very long. And finally, you can also store up to 3 charges that you can then lay down in quick succession if you'd like. And the brush acts in the same way any other brush would. You'd have to stand in it or ward it if you want vision of it. It's just a normal brush in every single way. Oh no. Moving on to the Q, it's called Root Collar. You fire out a skill shot that deals magic damage and roots the first enemy you hit, and during that root, all allies and yourself can click on that target and they will dash into attack range of it. Now, attack range does not mean melee range necessarily, it means attack range, okay? So for instance, if you have your W passive up, that's the range you will dash to. This of course gives your ADC a very easy way to trade or catch up to an enemy that you've caught with your vines. The E is called Trigger Seed, a very straightforward ability. You can shield an ally or yourself, absorbing damage, and after 2 seconds the shield bursts, dealing damage to enemies close by and slowing them. That was easy to explain. I like that. That's good, that's good. The ultimate is called Daisy, and it's kind of like a Tibbers, but with a bit less oomph to it. I never know how to pronounce that word. When you click R, you summon Daisy, who is this golem that walks around auto-attacking people. She stays, for quite a long time unless she's killed, and you can direct her around using R. Now, brace yourselves for something revolutionary. It's the 3-stack mechanic, everybody! Come on, give it up! Yeah, it's here, but what are you gonna do? Every third auto attack Daisy does to a champion will knock them up in the air and also knock up champions behind them in the air. Like with any big summon, you can use it as a meat shield to block skill shots or, tank turrets, and if they leave it alone, they'll start knocking people up in the air. So there you go. Now, I've saved the best for last. It's the passive, okay? Pay attention. It is called Friend of the Forest. With the exception of Baron and Dragon, Ivern cannot attack any monsters in the jungle. Instead, when you click on one of them, you start channeling, and if you don't interrupt it, a little plantation starts happening, eh? My summoner name on PBE has never been more fitting. A circle appears on the ground that will start filling up during the course of 40 seconds. You can leave, you don't have to be near it, it will still charge up, and when the circle is filled, you can then simply return, click on that camp again to kill it. Now technically you don't kill them, you set them free or whatever, but the effect is the same, okay? The camp disappears, you get the gold, you get the buff. When you initiate this little routine, it does cost a chunk of HP and mana. So for instance, if you go and tag all the camps on the bot side level 1, you won't have enough HP to go to lane. So keep that in mind, there is a cost here. There are 2 more things to this, so try and keep it together, friends. Once you are above level 5, and you click on one of these buffs that you've prepped to set it free, it will spawn a second buff that the jungler or the ADC or any friendly ally can pick up. So you're multiplying buffs. It's crazy. Lastly, if you have smite, you can smite a minion that you've tagged with this to instantly set it free. Okay, listen. So you spend your HP by clicking on the camp, you smite it, because as a support you have smite, you instantly get the buff, the gold, and spawn a second buff for an ally. So yes, they want you to play support with smite. Where is this game heading anyways? I don't even know, I'm done. I miss the good old days, man, when it was like revolutionary to go AP mid instead of like Ashe. So there you have it, friends, that's Ivern in a nutshell. I hope I was able to clarify exactly how his kit works so you fully understand, and if there is anything you still don't get, don't hesitate to ask in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you. Thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe for more League content, and I'll see you next time. This has been Sp4zie, and I'm out. Do it!